Welcome to the stream. I appreciate everyone for showing up. Just give me 1 second. I think that's about everything. Suppose I can share it.
Q said, yo.
What's up, Q? Or Kiwi? Welcome. How you doing? Let's get some pencils out, shall we? Boom. And then let's work on one of these. And one of these. And one of these. All right, yesterday, this is my second hand. Oh wait, no, this is my first hand. This is my second hand. And today I'm gonna go with a little bit more rules. Like those were just doodled out, so I'm all about doodling, but I'm also trying to do it correctly, quote and quote, if that's even a thing. But I think it is. So here we go. I'm just gonna follow the rules that I saw earlier. So I guess we'll start with making a rectangle. It's gonna be too big, isn't it? I don't have a big enough piece of paper for that. Let's start it again, shall we? Welcome to the stream, guys. I hope to get pretty far today on a hand. An actual construction of said hand. So, looking at an arch. Let's look at an arch. Let's pull that in, shall we? I don't know if you guys can see. Soon enough it'll become darker. So, just gonna take a little measurement here. Go up. And I am gonna mark the paper. So this is gonna be, I guess, where my middle finger lies.
Q said, you should start on TikTok, easier fan fast.
You know, yeah, there's a lot of things I should do, but I never really conceived of TikTok. I'm seemingly old. I mean, realistically old. So I'm not sure if, I could belong. Now we're gonna, but I appreciate it. I mean, yeah, wouldn't that be something? I took a year off of YouTube, and that was not an appropriate thing to do. So what we're gonna do here is have no ruler in front of me, so let's make do, huh? Just gonna come out, and right now I'm gonna make them kind of straight. So that would be the middle finger, index, ring finger. No, we're in between index, middle, ring, pinky.
Said, much easier to grow in a hell of a lot of
Well, if you have any suggestions, just what I wouldn't even know where to begin, but start a TikTok channel for art. Let's put in some knuckle area. Okay. Yeah. So what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna come out with some finger. There is distances I have to take care of and be aware of, but for now I can just do that. So this is the top of the middle. This one gets split in half and then split in half. Maybe a little bit bigger.
Best thing to do. I posted a video on why tape that got 200 views and also posted a clip on TikTok that's pretty new. 22K views, same thing.
Okay. Talk about making sense. That is quite a difference. And I suppose you can guide a lot of traffic to your YouTube channel via TikTok. Okay. Honestly, I don't remember the rule.
Said, easy, best promotion for sure.
Well, bro, I will Q. My speech chat calls you Q, so I like that. I will definitely look into it. Do something, I guess. I mean, what are we doing anyway? I'm not really busy here. Maybe. This one seems a little crazy. Let's make this a little bit longer. Well, thanks for the info, Q. Okay, now for the thumb. Do I remember how to do the thumb? It's something about measurements. I think it's the... That can't be it, can it? Maybe it's your index finger? It just basically makes it the base. Something seems odd here. Like if I were to bring... Maybe not. Too much of an arch. Don't want to get nuts. See, that one seems extreme, to say the least. Like, why did I put those there exactly? Was that to mark the halfway point? It seems like that would be up here. Well, Q, I appreciate you showing up and throwing down some info, my friend. I do some video games too. A lot of Rocket League is played around here. You gotta remember, like yesterday and the day before, it was a pure doodle fest where I just kind of looked at my hand and went to town, and that's where you get all this ill-proportioned stuff. It looks okay, but not great at all. So, more rules. We shall work with some rules. See how it goes. Hang on. Hey, Lee. Welcome back. Yeah, 800 subs. I took a year off, and now I'm kind of heading back into the YouTube thing. Appreciate you stopping in. Probably the last time you were here it was around 500 subs last year, maybe 700. I mean, that's a better looking hand than my hands that I drew yesterday, so let's just stick with it. You know, if you think about it, this thumb. Okay, so we got issues here, obviously. And this is too big. Thank God for erasers, huh? I hope you all are having a great day. Evening now, I suppose. It's 6-ish here. So, day 3 of hands. I'm already not a fan. But I suppose that's where the process of learning happens. It looks like a hand. It's a weird one, though. I think what I did was since I'm new to actually following rules, the rules that were put in place, I kind of overlooked early on, and I put in these lines, which didn't signify anything, but in my mind, I was thinking probably that it looked more normal without having completed the process, which is a very dangerous thing because now I have these stubby little fingers. So, you know, we live and we learn, and we fix. So we fix. Let me get this kneadable eraser out so I can kind of get rid of some of this. Make it lighter. So you guys can't see what I'm doing. All right. fix it. So let's think about see, I think I can do a pretty good job with just, I mean, I've looked at my hand for 49 years. You'd think I'd know proportion. Hands being, I guess, some of the most difficult things to get correctly. Not an excuse, folks. I mean, I really cannot move forward unless I get this acceptable for day 3 hand, you know? Because I was researching mostly shading of hands today. And now I'm going to try to implement that. Like, what am I doing wrong? This Mozart's just breaking my brain in a way. That's just an excuse, though. That one was an excuse. So, I mean, it's very unnatural. This one I held a tobacco stick. This one I held a pencil. This one I'm not really holding anything. It's just the idea of a hand. And supposedly proportionately correct, huh? But it's a little goopy. Let's just keep going. Just a little wider there. A little wider there. I think after shading, maybe. No, that's silly. I really got to get these proportions correct before I start shading, otherwise it's all futile effort, yeah? Okay, what am I looking at? Oversized hand. So what if, instead of starting over, which is my initial reaction to this whole thing, what if we just bring it down a notch, yeah? Essentially, I'm supposed to be able to do it at any size, so better, maybe. Be halfway between those 2 points. Boy, I am fired. Sometimes, you know, it's okay to just begin again. I don't even know what that's all about. Don't worry about that one, folks. Welcome to the stream, anyone who is new. I should probably share the stream now that it's going to go very well. you know, no more mistakes or anything silly like that. Man, we already got some mad likes in the stream. I appreciate it. I'm gonna tweet it out. Everybody, here we go. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, now that that's done, you know, we're sharing it out. We're gonna figure this out right now. I gotta bounce into my history because I missed a rule. You can't miss rules if you're gonna do rules. There's this spectacular artist, Rapid Fire Art, and that's the video I watched today. And it kind of just set up some basic rules. I was like, all right, rules. Let's go with rules, you know? So I'm gonna start over. Same thing, man. Except this time we're gonna actually do it, eh? That's where I made a mistake. My eyeballs are not that good, so I'm just gonna prep these out. Four fingers. Yeah, 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 yeah. And as I remember, take that. Put a little line up there. This is where the middle finger will lie. So far, everything is good. Now, middle finger. And there's my mistake from earlier, is I did not follow the example, which was voila. And that's where the ends of the fingers are. And remember, we're just gonna we're not gonna spread the fingers out too much. Oh, we're gonna give them some like that, just basic. I suppose I could, Aha, so that's the length of the thumb. This is, wow, thumb. How about that? Learn something new every day. Crazy. All right, so now we got the basic foundation. Okay, knuckles. Halfway. And then halfway again. Halfway. Halfway again. Each getting successively smaller. Succeedingly small. You have to look that up. Whoops. Half. 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 All right. Half. Okay. Come around with the thumb. How come, I don't think my circles are correcto. Gotta be a bigger row. Really? So basically I'm just really getting to the point where I can do my fancy shading. That's what we want, right? That's what I want. And right now I'm just trying not to skip any proper, because look, practice makes permanent, yeah? So I'll just have to keep doing hands again and again and again and again. That's why today is the third one. And instead of just doodling, we're going structure. Okay, so that one's gonna make more of a U because it's pretty far away. So let's make sure we can do that. I guess I really should have it's okay if I'm good at my shading, I'll make it look like it's stretched. Right there in the middle. This is extreme, to say the least. But, you know, it's easy to do. It's not right. But maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to fix it with some proper shading. That's a much better hand than I had. Kneadable eraser. Get rid of it. Okay. Confidence is kind of growing. It's still a little goofball, but you know, whatever. Let's run with it. So right now, Rapid Fire Art, she is doing some very specific things. And if I don't follow along, I'll probably screw it up. Hopefully by the end of this week, I'll be able to complete a hand, my hand, just by looking. Maybe I'll take a picture of it so it's on screen. And you know, the natural movement is so much better than me just trying stuff, you know? I'm really just putting in all the effort right now to make this work, yeah? I goofed it right there, didn't I? No problem. No problem. Oh, sounds like I'm gonna have to start a TikTok channel. Never thought those words would come out of my head. But whatever drives people to, all in all, soon enough there will be well, my website should be displayed. Yeah, it is up on top. See right here, I'm like, what's going on, man? This is where it just pains me. But I suppose that's like, I gotta give it more dimension in the fingers. And maybe some over here, a little fat deposit, side of the hand. Not round like that, but this thumb is intense. Nothing's correct. Like what's happening? Why? Why? The struggle is real, that's all I'm saying. Like she's really hugging knuckles, which kind of makes sense, I suppose. There's nothing there. And I lose a lot of dimension there because I'm like, what? Fingers? This goes there, and then swoops and left. Frustration, man. It's my brain creating synapses so that I can respond better in these situations. Mozart is not helping though. Don't know about you all. It's like a struggle piano, you know? It certainly isn't calming to me. Look at the hand it made. No. Okay, so Mozart didn't do that. I did that. How tragic. But you know what we'll do? We shall peacefully just stop that. How is that to be a hand, you ask? At least I ask. It looks to me the middle finger is too short for sure. And maybe I just made the other fingers too long. So let's just start with cutting this one down back to hopefully a normal. Now I'm just trying to see what you guys are seeing. The perspective of that comparatively to this, because I could shade this in and this could be a view that works, because of if this were to bend, it would be bending down. But I'm going to keep shading this in. It's day 3, man. What do you expect, yeah? That's what I'm telling myself anyway. So first thing we're going to do is it's circles. It's a lot of circle patterns. And I'm going to overlap them. This is going to take a while, so grab a cup of coffee, grab a snack, and we're going to make this all one tone. And then we're going to blend it. And then we're going to do it again. And then we're going to blend it. And then we're going to make some folds, some wrinkles, some veins, some highlights, and then call it a day probably. And tomorrow, after of course some more research that I am going to have to do. Looks like he broke his thumb, yo. That thumb's broken. We fix fractures. So we're going for a monotone look right now because we're just basically putting in the underlayment. It's an embarrassing looking hand, yes. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to make it look spectacular with the skin tone and the shading. And that might be an issue too. So what's happening here is that this is cutting up a little short, but in shading, in due time, I will be able to bring that back down. So maybe my lack of foresight is hindering my ability to see what's happening. If this was my 1000th hand, I'd probably know what I was getting into. But, it's my 3rd. I have 2,000 hours on Rust. If I put that amount of time into drawing, I'd probably be pretty good by now. And I'm still not very good at Rust. monotone. And yeah, I could start with a little bit of shading here and there because it's going to get much more in depth. Not too worried about it. I would like it to be one shade right now, though. And it's all about the circle, I suppose. I'm not too happy with what's happening here, but again, I don't know what's happening here. So I'm going to keep going. Even her hand that I was just watching looked like this. Hey, Cumbuggle Unicorn is in the house. How you doing, boss? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for watching me try to do stuff. And right now what I'm doing actually is on purpose, which is making more of sharp lines here on the palm because it's going to affect the convexness of it all. It'll show off a little bit better later, you'll see.
Cumbuggle the unicorn said, I'm chilling like a villain because I'm tired of being the hero.
Yeah, buddy. Heroes don't make any money. They can't tell anybody they're the hero. Shoot. The villain just lives like a villain. Love it, dude. Keep it up. Okay, so we're getting this monotone thing happening. Then we're going to bring in a little painty brush. And we will do our first blend with it. And I still got to pull this down. It's going to be all helpful. I think I got to sharpen this pencil, which is never a fun time because I do not own a pencil sharpener. Yeah, I know. I can go to Walmart, go to Albertsons, wherever. You think I'll remember when I'm there? Okay, so the first set of shading. I'm going to go a little further here. I was going to say it's done, but I want to bring it down on the wrist a little bit because I want to work on the wrist wrinkles. And I guess I'll be going with my old ass hand because that's what I have in front of me. All right, our first blend, eh? Let's get it together. Now I hope this is going to be intensely good. That is my hope. Let's see if we can pull it off. Now, gotta do it again. This time we're gonna bring in a little bit more of the flare. I think, let's just do it again. Kind of going in a different direction. Kind of cross-hatching in certain places. Okay, so we got to figure out where the light's coming from, yeah, first and foremost. And you know, for all we know, God, this is a goofy ass hand, excuse my French. I am displeased. But hey, third one, yeah? I've lost it. Probably here. Yeah. Just finalizing where the knuckles are going to go. That looks weird, right? That's not correct. Don't erase. What a maroon. Just broke the hand. Okay, so we are going to have to come through in the, let's see. Now, I'm going to use this kneadable eraser, and we are going to make some blotches. I'm not sure if you all can see, but you're just going to have to trust me. I'm blotching. Soon enough, we'll get to the we got to put a shadow on all these little blotches. It's all going to be skin texture. Still don't like the hand. I'm just really just trying to see if I can pull that out a little bit, but I'm not going to be too worried about it, yeah. I lost everything. Like, everything's not where it should be, according to me. So be it. Just have to work with what we have created. Try to give it an angle so it's looking that way. Same with that one, but I don't think that's going to work very well. We'll see. It gives us an idea anyway. Alright, this is where I need a freaking magnifying glass. Just highlighting each top of the highlights that I made with the kneadable eraser a second ago. I know I'm saying I got a bunch of splotches, but I think we all do once we start looking at the skin. Mm-hmm. Do 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 do. Gotta be careful. But luckily, this is just the first set. Just kind of focused on where stuff happens here. So weird. I have definitely made a mistake, which is throwing everything off, and I think it's here. I think if I come up closer, and that should be better. Last thing I want to do is get this far and quit. Let's put in this shade here. We're just looking for where the light isn't. But I guess basically every one of those hands that I've drawn, I have felt the same way throughout the process of this is terrible and all that stuff. Obviously, I gotta learn. See? I better learn how to draw before I start that TikTok account. They're gonna just eat me alive. They'll be like, "You are the worst ever. You should kill yourself," I think is what they'll sell me. And then they'll be all, "I can be drawing better in my sleep." I don't know what else they'd say, but probably stuff like that. Just throwing some circles around there just so I can formulate the idea that, Knuckles. I'd like to see. Like, what did I do? Lose it? No. Ridiculous, yo. So,
Sharon noting said progress.
hello. Progress indeed, I suppose. I forgot the cross hatching, which would help with the visual here. And basically, that will help. Methinks. I'm definitely trying to just create more depth. More of those circles. See, that looks weird. This can't be the right spot, but it's gonna have to do for now. Okay. Let's bring this down a little bit. And then bring this down a little bit. Just gotta get looser, man. I can't be all uptight about it. I gotta put my own flavor on it, you know? But I literally don't know what to do. Flavor or not, I need to know what I'm supposed to do. We'll get there. Right now we got something going on. I can soften it up a little bit. Then we'll go through with an eraser and tidy up all these sides. I'm really just looking to stretch any carbon that's left behind. And I guess the most important part is really keeping at it, doing it, doing it, doing it, doing another one. Whether it's layers, levels, all that. So now I'm back to mono. We're getting some feel into it, I think. I'll pause her video a little bit. Yeah, sure. We're getting somewhere. Dang, looks like a hand. All right, everybody take a breather. I'm going to use the restroom. I'll be right back. All right, it's still a little monotone, like, it's still got one plane to it, but we can start to see that I think the bone structure happen. Like on my finger, it's middle. On this one, it's a little bit more to that finger. I guess, we're gonna need to keep the light here going down and then up. We can kind of alleviate that light from keeping travel, which just means we need more shading. I should have taped the paper down. It does work better for um, the film, the high-speed film. Sorry, just concentrating. But I suppose that's okay. I'll just deal. could be screwing it up here. By the way, let's see what we got here. Let's highlight some of these. Soften some of these. I suppose I should work on an area. I don't want to get lost in said area, you know. It's easy to just do stuff and then 2 hours later you're like, oh yeah. But I figure it's going to be a lot like painting in regards to when I used to paint and I used to feel like it working, it was because it was very natural looking. And so I'm trying to kind of see the same aspect in the drawings. I'm not sure if that's a thing. Must be, right? So in my hand, I got one of those. I gotta look for like how the skin reacts to like the vein that runs through my finger here and back out. And where it receives light from, both on top and then underneath. I just gotta make it work. And I don't know how, but I think we're learning. I think I'm learning. I hope you all are having fun hanging with me today, this evening. Let's use a stiffer brush. Where did my brushes go? There's one. There's two. Oh, there it is. That's the one I wanted. I like that brush. Okay, I'll keep going. I'm going to draw my left hand. And my hand is wider also. That's a problem here. That needs to be there, right? Right there? No. I got right here I screwed up. Right in there. Right over there. But today, I guess, day 3 on hands, we're just going to shade this one, hopefully. Got a lot of, being all old, it's going to have a lot of, let's throw some of these in. We're just going to keep throwing shading in. And pretty soon, you know, I just give up and go play Rocket League. Wait, did I say that? That's not right. It's the act of having, I guess, too sharp of a line that really throws off the momentum. You can't have too sharp of a line, yeah? That's cool. It's starting to look like it even has hair on the wrist, which I do. And we really just got to keep in mind everywhere that has a line, I guess. I got to work on softening them up. All the while, I got to keep blending and keep blending. Here, after this, I will erase the outer part of the hand. So at least then we get a clean edge. We like it a clean edge, yeah? Any recommendations from the chat? Looks like it's a glove. The color is so bad on it, like the. Okay, I gotta finish. I gotta figure this out, man. I'm just gonna watch further in the rapid fire art. Like, it's just ridiculous, the difference. So, I see where I've goofed. Let's see if we can fix it with the magic of this little tool. You know, we're going to make some mistakes, all of us in life. Sometimes when we're drawing, sometimes when we're driving. Those suck. Don't try those, man. Those are a bummer. It's better to make mistakes when you're drawing, because then you just kind of get rid of some of the what you've done, and everything's good. I'm sure if I don't know, tomorrow, day 4, you know what I mean? We're just going to get better and better. Unless, of course, it all ended over there. But I don't think so. I think I can do it. It's just so crazy the amount of awesome real artists pull together, yeah? I'm learning. It's just ridiculous. So let's say we can cross this. We can bring that down. My gosh. It's so frustrating. But you know, every stream doesn't have to be mega, mega awesome. I'm sure once I'm on TikTok, it better be mega, mega awesome. But my whole channel kind of started as the life of the artist, you know, whether I was having a good time painting or a difficult time painting. And some, you know, now that I'm drawing, it's a whole new experience. So there's a whole new level of struggle. Whole new level. Whole new level. Chopin might help. Oh,
Got something to say?
gotta love commercials. So as I look at this little chubby, weird, deformed hand that I drew, what do I see? I almost see a palm, which isn't what I was going for. But hey man, day 3, what are you gonna do? You're gonna do it, and you're gonna keep doing it every day. You're gonna keep doing it, and sooner or later, okay, first thing I can do to help is get rid of the fingernail area and tidy those up maybe. I need an electric eraser. Like when I was in high school. So, excuse me. Give them a little above the cuticle area. Shade in the sides. Just to give it like some more depth on the side. Well, I hope you all show up tomorrow when I'm doing a better hand. I can't get over just beating myself up over this. I apologize to all y'all who's watching. But that's a real struggle right there. Just you gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them, you know? The eraser's just no good because it's just too big. Even if I had a pencil eraser, I suppose that would be more useful. But it's not going to make me a better drawer, you know what I'm saying? So I got to get that down. See what I mean? There's so much less struggle in Chopin than there is in Mozart. I mean, if you're feeling real struggly, Mozart's your jams, but if that's not what you want, I think I learned something today. Bum, 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 bum. It's my terrible hand. Do you all have a terrible hand? Maybe you keep it inside of a glove? It's terrible. Just looking at it on the monitor. Sorry, I'm looking at it on the monitor. Just trying to see what I'm missing. I mean, there's like 60% of it's 40% there, is what I'm saying. So it seems like I understand. If that's 40% of there, I understand 20% of how to draw a hand. Because you know, I could keep making it dark, and that's just not where I want to go with it. It's so difficult with what I'm trying to figure out with pencils. Because I don't know how they work, man. Now I'm just rag rolling, painting. So that would be. We don't want to do that. Let's highlight some of the. This is where I just ended up, you know, in the past 2 days. At least today, though, I will give myself a little bit of accolades because I did not just draw it. I kind of used some sort of rules. Now, I'm not saying those rules worked out for me very well, because it looks to me like I have long fingers, though. Some people have shorter fingers, but some people don't have short fingers with a long hand, yeah? And that's where we're at today. That's really what I notice is going on today, is that I have a long hand and short fingers. That's a problem. And granted, I don't want to just erase I don't mind having ill proportioned drawing to look back on in history and enjoy. Because sooner or later I will see the difference between a normal hand. I mean, I did a better job in proportion with just eyeballing it with a pencil in my hand. You know? Looks like the pencil was more tucked. But yeah. Now, without any reference, but using rules, day one of the rules using, this is what I came up with. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to make this the end of the stream right now, because what I'm going to do is keep practicing throughout the evening these rules, right? I'm going to play a little Rocket League right now, but later on I'll practice these rules and keep doing this. And then tomorrow when I show up on a stream, we shall do it again, and I'll bet we'll end up with something a little bit better, because it'll be day 4 hand, and then 5 and 6, and of course Sunday has to be the upload. So, you know, God willing, we will be there with a beautiful hand Sunday. Well, let's put this in. We'll put day 1. Boom. Day 2. Boom. And day 3. Because I don't think I can do any more of this right now without needing a bucket to throw up in. Excuse me. That was uncalled for. But get me a bucket. Day 1, day 2, day 3. I know it's backwards for you, but, you know, you get it. You get it. I hope you all had a good day watching this stream. Appreciate you all sticking around. There's no motion in day 3, like today's hand. That really disturbs me. I don't like seeing things that are just hand. Each one of these are appealing because at least they're doing something. So I'll keep that in mind for tomorrow, yeah? And I hope that I see you all tomorrow or later on tonight. If I choose to stream some Rocket League, Sweaty or Jefferson should be getting annoyed if we're lucky. What a challenge, though. It's quite a challenge to paint some hands. I'm not gonna lie. It's a learned behavior, huh? We're getting there. I got to go back onto the skin, wrinkles, and proportion. And once I get these down, hell, that's 3 more days ahead of me. So, skin, wrinkles, and proportion. We'll not necessarily in that order. We'll do proportion first, then we'll do skin, then we'll do wrinkles. Yeah, thank you, Combogo. I appreciate you stopping in every day when I'm streaming. It's great. And again, later I'll be doing some Rocket League, so hopefully I'll stream that up. And tomorrow we'll be doing day 4. So thanks a lot, everybody. I really, 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 really appreciate it. And I guess